Khabib Nurmagomedov announces Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena UFC welterweight title fight, location and date. Here you go. Khabib said in a recent interview that Islam versus JDM will take place at Madison Square Garden, New York in November. Here's the interview Khabib just put out. Check it out.
I think here in New York. Come on, guys! Ali, brother, they promised us. Be quiet, please.
I think the manager.
He's now upset because I give information, like. But this is his deal with UFC. I don't deal with UFC. This is his problem. But we have deal with them. He's gonna fight in Madison Square Garden, and they say yes.
Khabib Nurmagomedov also had a lot to say about Conor McGregor and his future and his chances at redemption and a comeback. Check out the video.
I don't want to mention his name. This is punishment. This is punishment, and he keep doing this, keep doing this, keep doing this. Everything what happened with these old people, women, this, alcohol, this, drugs, everything. This is punishment. It's beginning already. And but you know, it's what's most beautiful part of this. Allah always give for us. Doesn't matter for anybody, everybody, to chance come back. Always, we have always in this world chance to come back. You know, and this is most beautiful things. Doesn't matter how you pay. Allah gonna give you chance always to come back. I think we have chance and we have to change the way how is living. Why I'm talking about this? Because
pretty
so
gracious
many
thing to
people
say.
know him, know me, know him, and if he gonna change, he can change with him so many other lives too. And that's why I wish him to change himself. If you're not gonna change, he will be punishment all his life. I talk about next time. Round of applause, guys.
What did you guys think? Khabib says there's still hope for Conor McGregor. Great news? Not so great news? Moving right along, Conor McGregor has given his official first sample to the UFC anti-doping agency. Conor McGregor is now eligible to fight January, February 2026 if he has 6 months of clean testing. Oh my, Conor McGregor to the White House, John Jones to the White House. I see it coming, I see the headlines. Dana White said, not happening. Not happening. Jones can't be trusted, unpredictable, not sure if he'll show up. Conor McGregor, the same thing. You guys want to see McGregor and Jones fight again? Do you guys want to see McGregor and Jones fight at the biggest, baddest event in UFC history at the White House in 2026? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I just don't want the drama wrapped around it, you know? I want to see the fights. I want to watch the fights, the lead up to the fights, the press conferences. I just don't want none of this. Oh, I'm not going to fight. I got this and that. I'm going to pull out. I just want you guys to fight. I'd love to see Jones. I'd love to see McGregor fight again. And I'd love to see them fight in a card together. Right? They've been teasing this for years. Let's do it. McGregor Jones on the same card. Max Blessed Holloway coming off his BMF win over Dustin Poirier at UFC 318 in New Orleans, suffered a hand injury that'll sideline Blessed for the rest of the year. Max Holloway has a cast on his hand. He saw a doctor. He's going to see a specialist. And he said in a recent interview that he may not fight for the rest of the year. Here's the video. Check it out. Tell me what you think.
Tough as nails. He lived up to his nickname, the Diamond. And talking about him being strong like a diamond, I mean, My right hand still hurts. Big ass head, you know what I mean? As I told him after the fight, you know. But I see a lot of people talking about who's next, who's this. There's a lot of fun fights, like I said, for me at 55. Like I said, there's Oliveira. I mean, if Justin gets the next title shot, that would be cool. If I get the next title shot, I'd be sick. But if you have hopes of me fighting before the end of the year, probably not going to happen. I see a specialist sometime this week, and I already met with my doctor. Now I got to go meet the specialist, but things are not looking too up of me fighting one more time this year. So all that fight talk, I guess, is on stilts. So we just get to see how the 55 is going to plan out. I get to enjoy, be a fan a little bit, be a father. Rush going back to school. You guys see how big he is now. I'm excited for the future, but what's next is, I couldn't tell you.
What'd you guys think? Yeah, give him a little rest. Let him come back early next year. Yeah, let him fight Ilya Topuria at the White House. BMF, Ilya, Max, BMF, and lightweight title on the line. Rematch. I see the headlines already. You know Trump's going to want to have a BMF fight there. There you go. Arman Sarukian, #1 contender. Arman Sarukian goes off again on Ilya Topuria. Here's what he had to say. Who wants to let Ilya know he's not McGregor? This is the same guy who thinks he's a BMF. How do you say pussy in Spanish? That's Arman Sarukian. Lighten up. Lighten him up. Arman had a lot to say about Ilya Topuria, and he continues, and I like it. It's going to happen until Ilya accepts the fight. Ilya versus Arman should happen. I'd like to see it in November or December this year. And then that lines up one more fight for next year. Maybe Ilya versus Max. Maybe Ilya versus Islam. If Islam gets by JDM in November. That's what I'm talking about. Love to see it. Love to see it. This weekend, we have UFC Fight Night. Get ready. Roman Dolidze versus Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. It's going to be a banger. UFC Fight Night this weekend. What do you guys think? We'll go over the card throughout the week, but that's what we have right now. Next Saturday, Fluffy versus Dolidze. That's your main event, UFC Vegas. We'll have a lot more news coming throughout the week. We'll be live on YouTube. Get your video here. We got Khamzat Chimaev. Training camp. Jackson Studios. Santos Studios. Khamzat Chimaev. UFC 319 versus Dricus du Plessis. Make sure you check out Jackson Podcast for all the latest. Behind the scenes. Khamzat Chimaev. Gonna be a great fight. Can't wait. UFC 319. 12 days away. Khamzat versus Dricus. The biggest fight of the year. Can't wait. Make sure you check out Jackson Podcast. Big shout out to Jackson for icing us up for the podcast. Great jewelry. Shout out to Santos Studios. Have a great day, fight fans.